sponge that is two-sided.
Two-sided.
Two-sided. One side has super absorbent microfiber. The other has diamond fiber.
It does.
Made out of microfiber. And it will scrub but not scratch.
Correct.
And it will take care of old and new stains, whatever the case may be, and it comes to us from Campanelli. The Microfiber and Diamondfiber Washable 6-piece sponge set. There are 6 pieces. One of the brothers Campanelli is Chris Campanelli, who joins us in studio tonight. How are you, sir?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Nice to see you.
Good to be here.
Now, I'm going to go around to the front just to point out what you're going to get. Now, you're getting 6 total sponges in this pack-up.
Yes.
So you're getting 2 of the large rectangles.
Correct.
2 of the large circles.
Yes.
And 2 of the medium rectangles.
That's correct.
All right, now, color choices. This is aqua, this is taupe, and the final color is called sage. Now, how do these work?
Well, so to your point, David, two-sided, right? The whole idea is what we want to do is make sure that you don't go back and buy disposable products. So do you know how often they want you to replace this?
I would say every couple weeks.
Once a week.
Once a week.
Once a week.
Once
you
a
know,
week.
sometimes when you clean and then you smell the sponge in the sink, it has that nasty smell. Yeah, that's stinky. That's bacteria. So what you think you're cleaning, you're actually spreading bacteria. And then they want you to throw it away and go back and buy more.
And it's typically food.
Yes, because the food sits in there, right?
Yep.
Our sponge is very different. Microfiber on one side, diamond fiber on the other side. But unlike any other sponge that I know of, you can put it in the washing machine and the dryer, or like David does, in the top rack of the dishwasher. Just make sure you squeeze it out and make sure you air dry it.
Plus it's super absorbent.
That's right, and use it over and over and over again. So much so, Nancy Hornback, our friend, she came to me and said, Chris, I bought this sponge 10 years ago. She retired it because it's a little torn and ratted, but she still used a sponge for 10 years. Isn't that crazy?
10 years.
10 years, instead of going back to the store over and over and over again to buy more sponges.
Once a week.
Right, exactly, once a week.
All right.
All right, so a little bit of water on this sponge here, diamond fiber on one side, microfiber on the other. Egg yolk, tomato sauce, gravy browning.
On a glass stovetop.
On a glass stovetop. So I'm gonna go back and forth and give you a little bit of elbow grease and water. That's the only thing I'm using here. You can see that everything is getting trapped in the diamond fiber. Now I have to flip it over and use the microfiber side to clean up after myself. And here's the best part, David. Unlike any other sponge that I know of, when this gets a little sad, I put it in the washing machine and the dryer, and I come out with a nice, fresh, clean, sanitized sponge that I get to use over and over and over again instead of going back to the store to continue to buy disposable products. That's the whole idea.
Once a week.
Once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah.
All right.
So these sponges here, they can actually scratch your nonstick pans. So we have a little nonstick pan on here. I'm going to go back and forth with this guy. You can see that this is going to go all the way down to the sheet metal on this pan. That is now scratched and ruined, right? All the way down. But our diamond fiber side, I'm going to give this a good little workout because I had a wings earlier. I'm going to try to get my cardio in. But you can see, look, I am not scratching that, but I am scrubbing it. So that's the whole idea. This is going to do a much better job than this sponge, and it's not going to scratch your nonstick pans.
This is also washable, and you get 6 of these sponges. You're going to use them over and over and over again. Nancy used them for 10 years.
10 years instead of, to David's point, once a week going to the store to buy these disposable products. And they're not effective, right? These guys here, this is axle grease on the window. Could be cooking grease or soap scum, but the whole idea is that this is not really lift, trapping, and removing anything. It's just making a much bigger mess, and now I have to throw this away. So one side is diamond fiber, which scrubs. The other side is microfiber. Microfiber from like our premium microfiber towels. Now we've sold a lot of microfiber here at QVC, and we know a thing or two about microfiber. We give you only the best on these sponges, but the best part about this guy is he's washable. Over and over and over again, I get to put him in the top rack of the dishwasher or in the washing machine and the dryer and use it for years and years and years.
All right, now, it's important to know, whatever your surface, this is going to be absorbent on one side and scrub on the other without scratching.
That is correct.
And that's going to be important if you've got a stainless steel sink, if you've got a porcelain sink.
Great for that.
If you've got a glass top stove, if you've got a ceramic stove, if you've got glass, if you've got soap scum, if you've got children that turn the floor into their own personal Picasso.
Anywhere. If you have hard water stains, shower enclosures, if you want to use it to wash the car, I would just maybe kind of use the diamond fiber only for like a chrome bumper or your wheels or something like that, because you don't want to scratch your paint or anything like that. Yeah, brake dust, great for that. But you can use the microfiber in the car if you wanted to, and great for even things like food prep, right? So we buy buy food, but you got to make sure that you clean it, right? Potatoes are grown in the dirt. That's what David always says about this guy here. But you have to clean and wash your potatoes. Look at all of the dirt that's trapped in the sponge here. But now I get to cook the potato and eat it and then wash the sponge and use it over and over and over again. That's the whole idea.
So good.
Yeah.
This is wild. And if you're looking to clean maybe your fingernails, yeah, you can do that as well.
Well, but just showing you that how much suds that this sponge holds, right? There is a cellulose sponge on the inside here, or a polyurethane sponge on the inside here, and the Diamondfiber on one side, and of course the microfiber on the other side, but it holds so much suds. It's like a suds factory, so when you're washing dishes, the last thing I want to do is continue going back to use more and more soap and suds. This guy is 100% great, because now if it's dirty, I get to put it in the wash machine and the dryer and use it over and over and over again for years and years, instead of going to the store to purchase more disposable products
nearly
once a week.
1,000 of these sets are gone, and most limited is the sage. That's this color. This is taupe, this is aqua. So sage, taupe, aqua are your 3 color choices. And you choose a color because they make you smile. They all do exactly the same job.
You know what I like to say? If you wanted to maybe use the aqua in the kitchen and the taupe in the bathroom, that way you know when you wash them, you're not using the bathroom sponge in the kitchen or the kitchen sponge in the bathroom, vice versa.
True story.
Just kind of color coordinate them to the rooms. That way you can kind of make sure you have sponges all the time.
All right, crayon and a wall or floor surface.
Yeah, so this demonstration is showing you that some sponges are designed just to scrub. And you know what? They do a really good job at scrubbing. But you know what else they do a really good job at, David? Making a big old mess. This, now I have to go get a rag or something like that. We're going to get rid of this over here.
Or paper towels.
Or paper towels, yeah. So ours, again, two-sided with a little bit of tap water. We're going to spray this down on the Diamondfiber side. I'm going to use this. You're going to see that this is going to do a much better job at scrubbing, right? And then when I want to clean up, I just take the microfiber side, flip it over, use that to sop all of this up, and then when this gets dirty, I put it in the washing machine, put it in the dryer, instead of going to the store to buy more disposable products.
1,500 sets are gone, whether it's soap scum, toothpaste powder, or some variation of both.
That's
this
right.
will take care of all of it.
Yeah, so I have 2 teenage girls, David, and they have their bathrooms each. They each have a bathroom, but this is what their sinks look like. You got toothpaste and soap scum and all that nasty stuff, or cosmetics all over their sink. But I'm using the Diamondfiber side, using these in the bathroom. Great for, you know, the fixtures. You're not going to scratch your fixtures or anything like that. Great for scrubbing. Flip it over, then wipe it up with the microfiber side. And then again, David, I'm not throwing this sponge away after a week. I'm putting it in the washing machine and the dryer and using it over and over and over again, just like our friend Nancy Hornback, 10 years used one sponge instead of once a week.
Let's go to this door, because
Yes.
I think this is probably a pretty common problem. Most people have soap scum on their
Yes.
shower or tile walls.
And for me, it's hard water. I have soap scum and hard water where we live, but the whole idea is that I'm going to use the Diamondfiber to break this down with a little bit of water. You can see that that soap scum is kind of loosening up, and then the microfiber side to clean up after myself. And David, I know you like to look through the window. You want to look through the window? So that, nice and clean.
How you doing?
DV in the TV.
Yeah, that's a lot of DV in the TV. Hey, let's remind you about color choices. How many are going now, Brian? Over 2,000 in this show, and 500 people waiting to place orders.
Okay.
We have 2 of the large rectangles, 2 of the medium, and 2 of the round. This is aqua, this is taupe, and most limited is sage. Please don't wait on your color choice. $19.98. Remember, these go in the top rack of the dishwasher or the washing machine if you want to wash them. Now, what about
Yes.
drying them? Can you put them in the dryer?
You can absolutely put them in the dryer. Just don't use any fabric softener, because that is the enemy of microfiber. If you put them in the top rack of the dishwasher like you do and I do,
Bring them out.
Wring them out, let them air dry on the sink overnight, and then you get to use them over and over
Because
and over
they
again.
super absorbent.
Yes, super absorbent.
And when the wash water or the rinse water cycle comes through, they will suck up all that water, right?
Yes, they will. But again, you're using these on your glass top
One more time.
glass top stoves.
That one too.
And not scratching them. But the whole idea here is using just a little bit of water and Diamondfiber. I'm scrubbing through this, right? I don't have to worry about scratching my glass top stove. But then when this gets dirty, flipping it over, using the microfiber side to clean up after myself, rather than using something like this. This I get to wash and use for years and years, just like Nancy did for 10 years. Otherwise, I have to use something like this and replace it once per week which is filled with bacteria, and you want to get rid of that.
2 questions for you. Do you like mac and cheese? I know it's kind of an unrelated question.
I don't.
You don't?
I know. We're such good friends, Brian. I know, I'm sorry.
What about buffalo chicken?
Now I can, well, oh, you know who makes the best buffalo chicken dip? Janine Frilla's husband.
Well, how about if we wrap it up in a crunch wrapper?
Oh, yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that idea.
That's next.
Okay, I don't hate that
So
idea.
stick around. All right, sir. All right, now this is V83603. Thrive in 25 is what we're asking everyone to do.